everybody, welcome back. So this week our Tip Tuesday video is going to be about bedtime routines. Now I know that this is something that you guys have all probably heard a lot about, but I figured it was a good topic because bedtime routines are actually a really easy and free way to help your child develop healthy sleep habits. Not only that, but a healthy bedtime routine can also help your child develop skills that will really benefit them in the future. So I'm going to be referencing a study that was published in Sleep Medicine Review a couple years ago called Benefits of a Bedtime Routine in Young Children, Sleep, Development, and Beyond. And I'll make sure that I include a link for anyone that wants to read that full study. So in this study, they talk about the components of a healthy bedtime routine. And so we're going to talk about those and some tips for each section. So the first one is nutrition. Proper nutrition is important. Now, this is basically exactly what you'd expect it to be. And it's making sure that your child's nutritional needs have been met before going to bed. This applies more to babies. We'll talk about toddlers in a second. But with babies, you always feed them a last feeding before bed, right? Just to make sure that their tummies are full before they go to bed, and then they'll be able to sleep longer. Well, a good tip for your last feeding is to make sure that it is the first thing you do in your bedtime routine. This will help make sure that feeding doesn't become a sleep association for your child, so that they're not going to be reliant on you feeding them for them to fall asleep, and then in the middle of the night they rely on you to feed them in order to fall back asleep. So this is something that not only will help them learn independent sleep skills, but also help you get a little bit more sleep. And then as far as toddlers go, it's more of, think about, those toddlers, maybe it's your toddler that will refuse dinner and then wants to just snack all night. Well, a good way to make sure that your child is satisfied and that they're not going to bed so hungry is to offer the same plain snack every night before bedtime. It could be banana, some carrots, peanut butter sandwich. Nothing fun or interesting, just something that if your child is actually hungry, that they'll accept and that will give them the energy and nutrition that they need. So you don't offer any fun foods, just the same snack every night. And then if your child is actually hungry, they'll accept it because they want food. And if they're just trying to delay bedtime or just being snacky, then you know that your child isn't actually hungry and that they're not going to bed hungry. So the next tip is hygiene. And once again, it's what you'd expect it to be: brushing teeth, putting on clean pajamas, and doing a bath if that's what you're including in your bedtime routine. Now, these hygiene items obviously teach your child good hygiene skills. And this is teaching them to make their hygiene a priority, make sure that they are keeping their bodies healthy and clean, and that they're maintaining good oral health. Those are just plain old good skills to build and good habits to make, so that they make sure that they keep themselves healthy and clean as they get older. But also, these actions can actually become sleepy cues for your child. So what this means is that doing those same actions every night before bed can start to cue your child's brain that it's about time to go to sleep, and their body will start gearing down towards bedtime. So for instance, even little babies, if you do a bath and put on fresh jammies before bed, their body will start recognizing that when these things happen, that it's about time to sleep. And so then their bodies can start producing those sleepy hormones, and it will help them to fall asleep better. So hygiene is great for both of those aspects. The next part is communication. And that is your reading stories, singing songs. Obviously, that's going to develop language skills, communication. It can help improve your parent-child connection. But it also, those things can be very calming, especially singing. It can really help your child relax. And if you sing the same song before bed every night, you can even sing it before nap time. It can become a sleep association, or I guess a sleepy cue for your child in a good way. So when you sing that song, they can start to recognize it's about time to sleep. And just like I said, with doing the bath and putting on clean pajamas, they can recognize that it's about time to sleep. It's the same with singing. So that's a great thing to do. And then the last part is to include physical contact. So make sure throughout their bedtime routine that there's healthy physical contact. So maybe after bath, when you're putting lotion all over them, give them a little bit of infant massage to help them relax and calm down. Rock while you read to them. You can snuggle in their bed if they're in a big kid bed, or just hold them while you sing before bed. Just little things like that that initiate physical contact that will help your child not only bond with you, but also it can help them to just really relax and calm down before bedtime. So a bedtime routine really doesn't need to be complicated. If you just include those 4 components and make sure that you're consistent, do the same thing every night. You don't need to get creative. Doing the same thing will be the most helpful for your child, because consistency is how kids thrive. And when they know expectations, they're going to be able to feel comfortable and know what to expect, and there's not unknowns, and so they will enjoy themselves more too. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have questions, and I'll see you guys next week. Thanks, bye!